Toy Cat, and welcome back to the second channel vlog thing. I mean, it's technically not a vlog because it's only from this perspective, but I did want to show off something cool that requires this camera because it is the Amazon Echo. The Amazon Echo is something you've probably seen advertised on the top page of Amazon for the longest time, and it doesn't really do a very good job at selling itself. It's like, oh yeah, you can yell Google searches at it, but it does a whole bunch more, and every time anyone comes to my house, I love to show it off because it is a pointless gadget at this point, but it is a really cool pointless gadget, and yeah, it's like me inviting all of you into my house to show off one of my cool pieces of tech. So yeah, this is the Amazon Echo, as you can see, looks like this, and is a virtual home assistant. So basically it's listening out all the time for its name, and as soon as you say her name, because I like to believe there's a person trapped in there, she'll then listen to the thing you say afterwards and try and answer or do what you said. So in this case, her name is Alexa. When I say, Alexa, tell me the capital of Russia. That's one everyone knows the capital of. But
city is Moscow.
But you can do way more complex stuff than just like, oh yeah, let's know the capital of this. You can ask basically any question that can be answered by a Google search, and she'll do a good job at trying. So, Alexa, what are the first 6 digits of pi?
The first 6 decimal digits of pi are 3.141592.
And you can go more complex than just like a simple like, oh, I'm going to ask her some math questions or some geography questions. You can ask questions about history. You can ask like the first 500 digits of pi. You can get a whole bunch of stuff out there as like a Google engine, but that's all sort of stuff you get on your phone, and that's why I was never impressed by it, because it's cool. It's cool being able to just ask about that stuff, but it's not really amazing. It's not worth, this sort of a device thing. But what it does that's actually quite cool, to my opinion, is the fact that it can hook up to you personally and work out, for instance, your local area's weather. So like, what's the temperature around me? She'll know. She can hook up to your commute and know exactly, which way you drive to work, and she can tell you what the traffic's like. If you set up to train times, for instance, but me personally, she can tell me the train times to where I want to go. I haven't set that up yet, but I can do that if I want to. But even more cool than that to me is the fact that it then hooks up into music, because you'll notice this thing is actually a giant speaker. It's like, it's kind of like designed to blend into your room, but it is also a speaker, which means you can then ask it to play anything from Amazon Music. I have an Amazon Prime thing, so I think that might be required, but I can be like, Alexa, play me some happy music.
Shuffling a playlist for happy music.
And now just like
to make you happy.
Alexa, stop before I get a copyright strike. Okay, sorted. But yeah, as well as just doing something like, oh, play this music or that music, you can then ask for something like, Alexa, play the song that goes, you would not believe your eyes if 10 million fireflies. I don't know what the song name is, so I'll just ask like that. Oh, and look, she knows, because she can look up lyrics like that. So, Alexa, stop. But as well as doing, music from a particular theme, playing a particular song, playing a song from the lyrics, she can also play from your personal collection, which you have on your phone, if that's what you just feel like listening to. So, Alexa, play my library. Now she's going to look into my library on my phone, and she's going to shuffle from that. Ah, what a good choice, Alexa. Alexa, stop. I really don't want a copyright strike. Okay, so as well as being able to just hook up to your music collection, which is kind of cool, she can then hook up to any smart devices which have a way to, like an API or something. So for instance, I have a smart home security camera, I've got a smart thermostat, and I've got smart lighting. So I can be like, Alexa, turn off pretty light.
Okay.
And just like that, she turns it off. And then if I want to turn off any of the light bulbs in my house that are hooked up to her, Alexa, turn on gaming light.
Okay.
And she can do stuff like that. And this is just at the start of where the functionality gets cool, because she also now has IFTTT support, if this then that. Basically, she can, any of these triggers can then set something else to go up. So, for instance, you can make it so when you say, Alexa, I said it, turn on pretty light. I could set it up so when I turn on, I could set it up so when I ask the weather, she'll check the weather and she'll put it into the color of the lights, for instance. You can set up so many things like that, and it's a pretty cool thing. That's where this really comes into its own element, setting it up for you personally so that you can ask questions you would ask a person to do. Like, I could have a man turn off that light switch. I mean, it'd be a very expensive job to have, just a light switch turner, but instead, now we've got Alexa to do it. So let me actually unplug this, because it's actually a pretty cool light, because you can turn the colors with your hands. But yeah, so I can set Alexa to be like, Alexa, dim pretty light. Dim pretty light.
Okay.
And now we'll dim it down a little bit. And that's kind of cool if you ask me. So, yeah, as well as just being able to hook up to anything like that, like I said, it kind of chains into stuff. And that's why I think the Alexa thing is pretty cool, because you can then set up with multiple devices in your house to play music all around it. You can set up to change your thermostat temperature. You can set up to do any of these sorts of stuff. And as your whole house gets smarter, Alexa gets cooler, which is, except she's listening to me right now. Stop.
I can't find the answer to the question I
Yeah,
heard.
she was listening because I said Alexa. But yeah, as well as just being able to, as well as everything you do now, every time something comes out, as long as it has a way to be hooked up to a system like this, Alexa can then do it, which means if you want... Stop! which for the record, you have to like stop her if she like starts listening to you. But you can also mute her in the top here if you want to use it just as a speaker. That means she's now not listening to anything. And the other cool things you can do is just a bunch of Easter eggs, which I think is like, oh, isn't that cool? Like, Alexa, do you love me?
I can't do that, but I can find Lionel Richie songs if you like.
I didn't know she did that. Alexa, what does Jon Snow know?
Jon Snow knows nothing.
Alexa, who lives in a pineapple under the sea?
SpongeBob SquarePants.
Alexa, what is love?
Hemingway says, when you love, you wish to do things for. You wish to sacrifice for. You wish to serve.
Isn't that wonderful? But yeah, as well as as well as doing something like that, you can also do what I think is kind of cool. Is you know, like she'll be like emotional support if you need it. Like, Alexa, give me a hug. You know, I'm kind of sad.
I'd be happy to. Alas, I don't have arms, but I'm still here for you.
And that's why I think she's cool. I don't actually recommend it. Like, I don't think it's amazing value for money right now, but I think it's one of these devices that at some point in the future actually will catch on. Like, not like smartwatches or like tablets or whatever it is, but I think this is one of those devices that it's cool enough that when there's a few crucial uses for it, again, like, more people get thermostats and lights and whatever that hook up to it. It just seems to make sense. And if you just want to, you know, again, it goes on sale for not too much. If you just want to blow some money on having a friend in your house, then it's cheaper than a cat, I think. So that's my review on the Amazon Echo. Cheaper than a cat and plays music, unlike your cat. So I hope you all enjoyed this one. Just a quick little house vlog. In case you're curious, the house is very much a work in progress. If you want to get like sad as to how much things have gone downhill rather than uphill, yeah, like I said, it's everything's been worked on right now. This is as you can see, it's a little bit messy, but it's been worked on. So yeah, with that said, hope you all enjoyed the video. I'm having a cool Sunday. I'm gonna go collect a bunch of stuff and do some errands, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.